Everybody has the ability to become a creative genius. The secret lies in the unification of your left and your right brain. In terms of energy, this would be the merge or the sacred union of the masculine and the feminine energies. When they come together in this unification, it gives birth to new thought forms that are very unique and specific to your passion. So, we compartmentalize everything right now. You're told that you're either following your head or you're following your heart. You're either being logical or you're being emotional. And this is extended into the education system where we've divided everything into subjects. So you're either studying math and science or you're studying the arts. And splitting everything this way keeps us in this state of imbalance that stops us from unifying the parts of our brain that can give birth to these creative processes that I'm describing. When the left and the right sides of our brain are imbalanced, our will is weak. Let me give you a quote here. This is one of my favorite quotes by John Dewey. Plato defined a slave as one who accepts from another the purposes which control his conduct. This condition obtains even when there is no slavery in the legal sense. It is found wherever men are engaged in activity which is socially serviceable, but whose service they do not understand and have no personal interest in. This is a perfect description of our current foundation of society. We have people that are walking around fragmented, not whole and complete because the masculine and the feminine energies have not been united. So their will is weak and they're easily led astray. They're easily manipulated into following the will, following the plans, following the desires of others. And this is the basis of what you could call the matrix. We've created a society that rewards the sleepwalking state where your left and your right brain are not imbalanced and your scattered energy is pulling you in opposite directions. Your will is weak and you're easily manipulated and burnt out following the desires and the plans and the motives of others. When I think of creative geniuses, Einstein comes to mind, George Washington Carver, Leonardo da Vinci. These are all individuals who achieved that sacred union, that balance of the left and the right brain. They were able to achieve levels of consciousness that aren't accessible when we're in this split state of being. Here's another quote from Einstein, again, one of my favorites. He said, "If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales." Why did he say this? Because Einstein understood the importance of nurturing that rich, imaginative state of being. He understood that children needed to relish in this state of creation before they were inundated with the strict regulations of the patriarchy in both society and education. You may laugh, but when we combine the left and the right brain, or the masculine and the feminine energy, it's very similar to when you bring a masculine body together with a feminine body and they engage in intercourse. They can then reproduce and create a new life. Well, when the masculine energy and the feminine energy come together in the sacred union, what it can do is give birth to a new thought form. This new thought form is something that exists in the imaginative realm. It exists in a place that we cannot see with our eyes, but what this does is we're able to download this information and then check it and balance it with the systems and the logical structures that exist here on the physical plane. If I were to define innovation, I would describe it as creative energy that's seeded by logic and reason. Innovation is new life. That's why you hear so many people refer to their projects as their baby, because it is. It's a new life form that needs to be nurtured, it needs to be protected, and it needs to be developed. And what can happen, depending on the level of energy that you put into this new idea, this new life form, this new thought form, it can turn into a product, it can turn into a service, it can turn into a piece of art. Innovation allows you to break free from the matrix because this unification of your masculine and feminine energy, your left and your right brain, gives birth to a unique thought form that can then turn into something where you can provide service to humanity. If we can get in the habit of accessing this level of imagination and then grounding it here on the physical plane, we can continue to break out of old paradigms and to shift into new creative ideas that can then change the whole trajectory of the timeline here on Earth. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, please put them below, or you can send me an email at laurathewokenmind@gmail.com. Take care, and I hope to talk to you again soon.